Do me a favor. Pass me that bowl behind the cup, please. The disc bowl. Shay. Did you start it?
Or
Oh, can you pass it? No, the disc. The bowl of the disc. Yeah.
come on, man. What up, people? Diamond always needs something after we start. Always.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Word.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome. I don't see it.
YouTube, you already know what I do with Facebook, so finna hold on. What up, Banks?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Who else jumped in? Where y'all at? Say what's up. Hey, ladies, how is everyone? Feeling good, feeling great.
Really?
Everybody on a date.
Oh, really?
I don't know, I'm just trying to rhyme.
I see that.
What are you doing?
I'm paying attention.
Stop. No, do this later.
Okay, I just short attention span.
Hi,
Everybody
Linda.
coming in, so.
Laura Rosado. Hi, how are you? You seem new. I've never seen your name before.
If you're new for the first time, put a diamond or a pearl in the comments so we can welcome you properly.
Keisha.
Welcome.
You know I love you like cooked food.
So if it was uncooked, would you still love it?
NASA.
I don't understand the situation that's going on.
Could somebody tell Diamond to put the stuff down? Somebody. Baby arrived safe and sound on February 6th. We both doing good.
Yes. Congratulations to the Planet Better Me baby.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for
Michelle, you're not new. You're not. You're not.
Okay. Really?
Hi, Artistry. Stop! God. Work on the planet stuff when it's planet stuff. This ain't planet stuff. Artistry said congratulations, Lillian. Congratulations.
Hit the Facebook.
Amanda M. I'm new. Well, what's up?
Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome. I don't even know who's here. Al, Lillian, Linda, Lori, Auntie Chiquisha.
Well, welcome,
Michelle,
Laura.
Artistry,
Lori.
P&G, and welcome, Lori.
I gave you a whole new name, girl. I called you Laura. Sorry. Welcome, Lori. Welcome.
Okay.
I ain't put Facebook in yet because I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Hit the button because they don't think we be late. So mean.
I guess we let these people in. What? So I don't let them in. They just too quiet too much.
Don't forget where you came from.
Boom. What up? Dude. People in the house, you. Yes. How you feeling? How you doing?
Well, I'm a little achy today. Thanks for asking. Didn't ask.
No. It's raining up here, y'all. It's raining and it's cold and it's just
It's clammy.
It's just ugh. And if Diamond touch her planner
I'm getting my notes.
more time, I'm gonna karate chop her right on the line.
Auntie Margie,
Hi, Auntie. How you doing? Y'all on punishment.
Who?
I ain't scared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I ain't scared.
Remember when she hung up with us? Wasn't it?
That wasn't my fault. She chose to hang up, not me.
I didn't hang up. She hung up first.
Then, Auntie, that's your fault. If I tell you hang up. What's up, Shreya? Diamond, you're going to be achy with this weather today and tomorrow.
I am.
She'll be all right. What's up, Rosa? Diamond and Pearl from a baby. Oh, hi, baby. How we do, baby?
Oh, that's the baby. The baby knew.
How we do, baby? DnP baby on here.
That's right. So
DnP
we is your
planner.
auntie. I is Diamond, and this is Peculiar.
No.
Pearl. Sorry.
Oh, Lord. Anyway. What's up, Rosa? Did I say hi already?
Yeah.
All righty. So today, I chose to talk about Fernley. Chose to talk about Family. Fernley.
I thought you was going to spell something else. You is something else.
So, conversation I had, because I seen a movie last night. Although I can't remember the name of the movie. I saw it on Hulu. But I decided to talk about family. What if you found out right now, hi, Auntie Marsha, I love you. What if you found out right now that your family is not your family? Your auntie ain't your auntie. Your uncle ain't your uncle. Your brother ain't your brother. Your mama ain't your mama. How would you feel right now?
If I found out the mother that I had was not my mama?
You went to the store one day and somebody was just like, Jay. Nah, they called you a whole different name, actually. And come to find out,
Boom, Keisha.
that ain't your family.
Excuse me. Girl, you was anime daughter. Who's anime?
Sheree said it would definitely explain wild stuff for sure.
In some people's case, it would be closure. It would be great because they never had someone, or they didn't feel like they fit in a family that they were in.
Artistry says, I'm too old for this.
Okay.
Michelle says, if they raise me, they are my family. P&G says, I just read a book like that. Lori says, they'd still be my family. I know that's right.
Okay.
So I thought about it because here's a little backdrop on the movie I saw, right? The lady went to a hospital with her baby, her newborn, to give birth. The hospital burnt up with her and the baby in it. And so according to her and her husband, their child died in the fire. 7 years later, a neighbor shows up. And she's just so drawn to this daughter of the neighbors, to the point where sis starts stalking the baby. Little girl, 7 years old. She's picking her up from places she shouldn't be picking her up from. She's spending time with the little girl to the point where she told the mama, I'm going to pull her hair out and do a DNA test because you stole my baby. Mind you, in this lady's case, she's already on medication because of the trauma she went through with her alleged dead baby. Her husband left her.
This is too much. Wait a minute. Give people some time to observe. First, I'm stuck at the pulling the hair.
And, according to their family, no, it was on Hulu. According to her and her husband, she needs therapeutic help because she's still stuck on a child that she can't get over has passed away. So she's so upset with this.
So she wouldn't accept that the baby's dead.
So now she's at the point where she says she feels it in her heart as a mother. You just know that is my baby.
Stop. How many people believe in a mother's intuition? By the raising of hands. I mean, put a hand in the comment. But do you have to be biologically connected to have that sense too?
I'm not a mother. All right. I've never had a child of my own. But from what I have seen from friends and family,
hey, Lachey.
What are you put exclamation point? What up, boo?
She home?
Oh, me. She said me. She put it that. Oh, y'all putting your hands up. That's what you see, you ask for stuff and don't even know what you're talking about. What up, baby? How you doing?
Stay focused.
Sorry. So, I feel like from what I've seen from, like I said, from friends and family members, and from what I've seen from my mama, when you know, you just know.
That's a lot of
and so the lady started straight up, I'm going to prove to you with this DNA test that this is my baby and that you stole her and you're going to be put out for the fraud that you are. So the lady put a restraining order on her, all types of stuff. Come to find out, y'all, she stole that lady daughter from the hospital. The neighbor happened to be in the same hospital. And her baby actually died from smoke. But she was active and functionable, and on her way out, she switched children with the lady and the child she saw on the floor. She replaced her dead baby with the baby on the floor and left it next to what she thought was an alleged dead woman.
She gonna die. Oh, hell no. How many people would go
7 years later?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now put your thumbs up or put a fist up if you get her. Because now you found out that you was really telling the truth all the time. People thought you was crazy. Put your fist up now. What would you do? Because, ooh-wee. Can I sue her?
What can you do? 7 years later. So to get to my question now, this 7-year-old girl grew up knowing a brother that wasn't hers. in a home with a mother and father that are not her parents.
So wait a minute. The people that had her.
Mm-hmm. The husband didn't even know that wasn't his daughter.
Okay, so you sure that's not the documentary I saw?
Nah, it's a movie. The
it's
husband,
a different movie?
Yeah, I saw it on Hulu last night. He says, I'm so conflicted. What do you do? At this point, this 7-year-old little girl who has adapted and got accustomed, only knows this family, is now literally like forced into these new people. The
crazy thing is that the courts now are going to file in case
of the new family,
right? Because that's the biological. Now I've been raising this child for 7 years. I've grown attached to him. I think at this point it needs to be a bonus family
for the 7-year-old child. Honestly, that's why I came across the question: what would you do if you found out your family wasn't yours? That is like, this child is 7. How do you just throw her in a new family? She didn't even want to go visit them without her brother. That wasn't really her brother, but that's all she knows.
So in this case, she could date her brother, which is the neighbor.
But she's she's 7.
I'm
Nobody
sorry.
even talk about that.
But that happens.
But like, what would you? The issue we came across, what we talked about last night, is like, what is right? Obviously, giving her back to her parents, that's what you should do. But the trauma this child is gonna go through,
the child is not ready.
Is it best to just leave her with
that
the family?
That it has to be a bonus family.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Explain that.
We all gonna be one happy family.
I don't know if I could see that woman.
But here's unless you're going to jail.
When you mentally made a choice to replace your dead baby with my child. I done went through physical therapy. I done lost my husband. My son don't like me no more because the traumatic trauma I went through. But come to find out, my baby was never.
But then now my baby loves you as the mother.
I'm going to jail. Bonus family, I can't deal with you. That child knows you as mommy.
She saved the baby though.
She did.
But she kidnapped her.
She did. It's one thing to save, but you replaced the baby.
What's the name of
a dead baby?
What? This is
the real mom was unconscious. Very true.
She thought
the lady was dead. Yes,
right.
She thought the lady was dead, and she was saving a child.
Okay, so this kind of develops from the Bible story of, I don't know his name. Is it Solomon? No,
I think so.
Somebody where both of them had children. One died, and when they were sleeping, she switched the dead baby and took the live one. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, my girl's like, no, my child not dead. This my child. They went to the king, and the two of them
were fighting so much that the king said, "You know what?
Let's split the baby.
Tell you what, let's cut the baby in half." First of all, stop right there. As a king, you so frustrated with these two women that you just said, "To hell with it. Cut the baby in half. You get the top torso. You get the legs and the butt." That's what you get.
And the one that's not the mother agreed to it.
Yep, cut the baby up.
Yeah, because I want my half. What? The real mother said, don't do it. Save the child and give it to her.
To catch up on these comments, Sharia says, anger then and relief and grateful that she is alive.
Hey,
I don't remember the show. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. Artistry says, yeah, she would be carried out by 6. I will be tried by 12.
Yep.
Lori says, I would request shared custody. Sharia says, nope. Once it's your brother, always your brother. I agree with Diamond, a bonus family after a lot of counseling. Amanda says, would you not go to prison for that? Isn't that kidnapping? That's what I thought. Plans and Pen says, this is similar to the Kamaya Mobley story?
Yes.
Okay.
The woman... She kept on having miscarriages.
Okay.
She was a nurse, and when she lost the baby, she didn't tell anybody. People still thought she was pregnant.
Okay.
She drove away, walked into a hospital, and was seeing a young mom. Just had her baby, didn't know what to do, and was helping her. Now, mind it, no one in the hospital said anything because she had on nurse scrubs.
Okay.
So she went in there helping her sister, but I think what the hospital thought, that she was a family member to them. And she told her, after teaching her breastfeed, whatever, she said, I'm gonna bring her to the nursery.
And she left with the lady baby.
And she's like, she needs to rest. You rest. And she never. That was the farthest nursery I've ever seen in my life. 16 years. The only reason why is because she had no paperwork on her.
Wow.
When she turned 16, the girl wanted to work. And the mother said, you cannot work. And she's like, why? This is why. I kidnapped you behind.
Wow.
And I'm not your real mama. And the mother has been on the news every day. And she's always had a piece of cake. She got 16 pieces of cake for her. Somebody.
All right.
Yep.
So I did some, me. I go to my best friend. I go holler at Google, see what Google got to tell me about the subject. You know what I'm saying? So basically, a child's learning and socialization are mostly influenced by family. All right. And a child's development, which is usually like physical, emotional, social, or like intellectually, all of that is grounded in the beginning, during the first couple stages of child development, right? So basically, like those first few years of a child's life, that's their teaching grounds and their sense of security, which is why I asked, what would you do, if you realize, say something happened, maybe like 5 or 6 years old, and you're pushed into a new family. So I looked up what that would do to children, at a young age. And basically, family conflict is one of the strongest and most consistent predictors of adult mental health and substance abuse. So going through something traumatic like that as a child can push you into mental health.
I'm angry because let me tell you why.
Substance abuse as a child.
As a child, now I'm starting to think about my original mom. Whatever reason, it could have been health, it could have been an adoption, kidnap, poverty. You were too young, or you couldn't have kids, and you wanted to have a child so bad. For example, that lady that was babysitting somebody else's kid, and she wanted a child so bad she couldn't have one. Pushed the baby up in her.
Oh yeah,
the baby got stuck. This is why our show is not for children.
Honestly, if I could.
Because
imagine getting a call from the police. Your babysitter has shoved your child.
I can't even look at the screen. When I'm done with you.
Your babysitter. What's up, Anita? How you doing?
I'm sorry.
Your babysitter, ma'am, has I think you should just get down here. I think you
the 911 call.
Ma'am.
Hello?
Ma'am.
Hello.
Honestly, if it was me, I'd be like, ma'am, where are you?
Well, I'm right here.
I think you need to take a seat.
It's not me, because
your babysitter
has.
How did you leave the house? When you left the house,
where was the baby?
Shay, it was on the news. This really happened. It was on the news. The lady, the babysitter shoved the woman's child
up in her,
up there
in her, and
the baby got stuck
because of this area,
because of the shoulder.
Yeah. What was the child sleeping?
When you call me,
how do you push?
I'm so sick. I'm like, ma'am, I think you need to just get here because you're not gonna believe what I'm telling you.
You got to see this.
You got to get to the hospital. The lady shoved the baby up.
Was the baby
Chugga Nugga Choo Choo River Valley? Then put the baby up there. Seriously, y'all. And the child got stuck because she wanted to experience childbirth so bad.
So she couldn't push her back out. Wicked.
Was it head first? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Head first. Shoved the babysitter child. The child she was babysitting up there. Now, I'm sorry something happened to her when she was young. Because something ain't right in here. It ain't right in there. Poor baby. That is facts. That baby is messed up. That child will be messed up. But it was that bad. She had to call the cops. She had to call the cops because the baby got stuck. Did the baby die? Nope.
They had to remove it. Surgically
child wasn't dead.
Oh my God.
Child was not dead. Both were alive. She needs to be dragged in the street.
The baby I bought, I can't. My head is stuck in your. in your utilizations.
Yo, yeah. Man,
Let's-
Sheree says, "Ma'am, you ain't gonna believe this right here." Did the baby die? No, child was alive, and so was the woman. Both alive.
But can you imagine the doctors? What in the entire of Jesus? How? What? We knocking everybody
She
out.
just in the hospital like,
really? Yeah, and her face, her picture, she wasn't there. She was not.
when I tell y'all check the people facts, I mean it. I mean it. Check the people facts.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but that's the story that came up in my head.
So I kept reading, and I didn't know that the more siblings or the more family members, more siblings you add to a family, so siblings have lesser cognitive setbacks and higher risk of behavioral problems with each additional child added to a family.
I met somebody that said they had 25 brothers and sisters, and they were the third child. And he said the third child normally gets no attention because the first and second they pay attention to, but after the third and going on, there's sacrifices. Some don't get the best schooling, and some had to work.
So it says that there's higher pregnancy risk in girls, and the boys tend to act out. And these are just children. Now, as an adult, when stuff like that happens, so say what we're talking about, you find out that there's more to your family, or it's not who you thought
when you're
it was.
About to get married.
As adults, the bigger family the issues are, the lower education there is, the lower rate of earnings there is, and the more criminal behavior increases.
I don't agree with that totally.
I do.
No, but the reason why I said that, I'm remembering Jumping the Broom.
Right.
The girl was not her mother's, but she was her aunt's. And she got the best schools. She got the best everything.
But so what they're saying, though, is when that happens at a certain part in your adult life, I couldn't, like right now, I'm an adult, theoretically speaking. And if I found out that my family's not my family, like you not my mama, you raised me for somebody else who couldn't do it or didn't want to do it or whatever the case was, and the family that I do have has 4 brothers and 2 other girls. Right now, look at me, people. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, Nikki.
I understand criminal behavior because you got me messed up. Somebody got to feel my pain.
So you would lash out.
I would be upset after all I've been through with y'all right now.
And you ain't have to.
And I ain't had to deal with y'all.
Wait a minute. You talking about us?
Huh?
Huh? You ain't got not a note on the paper. You talking about me and the children and your brother?
What's up? How you doing, boo? Hi, cousin.
She ain't your cousin.
Don't play with me.
Your daddy ain't your daddy.
You need to stop saying that.
I'm just saying.
That's what you need to stop saying.
Yeah, okay.
I might up and believe you. Yeah. Look, stop playing with me.
Sorry. I'm
just saying. Stop saying that.
Well, you stop saying that. I'm not.
I'm saying it.
How's it till I doing?
That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
but I would totally understand criminal behavior because that sucks.
So then who would have a positive reaction to this?
I mean, think it depends on who you are as a person, honestly.
Or where you are.
And where you are in life.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you had everything given to you, you got the best schools, everything, it's still messed up. That girl's...
Right, that is my daddy. I look just like him. Stop playing with me.
Listen, stay focused. She in Jumping the Broom, she had everything. She had the perfect life, but then when she realized and
her
found
aunt
out
was her mother,
she said she don't know who she is. She lost herself in a split second of somebody's angers, mama angers, because she losing her son to another woman. She said, "That ain't your mama. You need to know who your daddy is." Just random. Just why you gotta do that to the children? Just
it's so what. All right, so as a parent, all right, say you had to make a choice for somebody to take care of their child, right? Say you had to make a choice for my mom. If you weren't my mom and I had a different
at first at birth, I didn't think you was mine. I thought it switched you because you're light skinned, but I thought you wasn't fully cooked.
My daddy gene's just strong, so
he's not light skinned either. I didn't know who your daddy was because all right, that's neither here nor there. Let's stay focused. Your question is,
at what point do you think it's a good time
to tell the
child or the adult, this is the truth of the situation? Do you ever say anything, or do you just be like, yo, let's sit down, you're of age now, let's talk about it?
Okay.
What would you do?
Let me tell you my experience. Like, my mother kept on making that saying, I don't know where the hell I got you from.
Mm-hmm.
I stupidly said maybe I was adopted because I didn't understand the dynamics of us 10 kids, and I was the baby. My mother choked the hell out of me. See, what she said was I was her child, but my mother took in other siblings from my father's previous marriage.
Okay.
Growing up, I never knew there was a difference.
Okay, that's good.
So the way my mom and my dad brought this family together, it's when I became of age, I understood why my brother had a different last name.
Okay.
Because I didn't get it. And he kept on saying it was only his type of people in the world. And then there's... Right. So there's two different people, like the Morants and the people that want to be Morants. So I was confused. But then I realized that, or my sister would say, yo, mama's this and that. And I'm like, why are you talking about mommy like that?
Okay.
But it wasn't her mom.
You're sibling to me.
Right. So we are a joint family.
I need to do that.
No, but here was the thing is, what I'm saying is, if the child, I think you should wait until the child start asking questions. I don't know. I'm going to answer you.
Okay.
I feel that it's for your duty for me to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because in health reasons, if something's wrong and you ain't my kid and you have cephalitis of the tonsils, I need to tell you that your family history is that. We don't got cephalitis of the tonsils. You get what I'm saying? So you need to find your bloodline.
So if you got cephalitis of the tonsils, make sure your mama is your mama.
But I'm just saying, I feel at this point, I would say that I would tell the child.
Okay.
Despite what the reaction is going to be, I'm going to ask God for grace, but I want this child to know.
Okay.
Because I think that we hide so many things.
What?
We hide so many things from children, and in the long run, they suffer from it.
Right, because the movie with Medea,
Bow Wow's like,
he found
who
out
the baby? I'm still looking at
the woman
baby.
that he hate, the ratchet one of the family,
his sister
was his mama.
What's
up, mommy?
So, I mean, that's just my opinion now. Nowadays, I think it's appropriate for you to tell the child.
Lori says from the beginning. Artistry says as soon as they can understand. Sharia says somebody came up to me after my mom passed and told me they were my father. I told him to get away from me with that. Where was he? I think at the funeral, that ain't best to say that. You just, no.
That was the next
Nikki
point
says a good show that depicts exactly this is This Is Us.
Yeah, the guy found his father.
But that's not right, though. The dude was dying.
But see, I don't know what it is when you're dying. I don't know, because everybody...
I'm not even trying to be funny, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you chose to stay away from me out of my entirety, and then you wait until you dying to come tell me you some type of relation to me...
It depends on the situation. Shay, what I'm trying to say is...
Don't clear your conscience.
No, but here's the thing. I've
life.
Always wanted to tell you. You get what I'm saying?
Tell me what?
Not me, Jesus, the movie. I'm trying to be with the movie.
Ooh, child.
Ooh, wait a minute. What I'm trying to say
is
the person probably wanted to tell, but the other parent wouldn't allow them. And then they're about to die. I want to see my child.
You didn't.
But I want to see you. I want to have
Don't clear your conscience and then ruin my life. Because now I can't even get to know you. You about to die. Like, that's just tragic. That's a lot. That's a lot of stress. Don't uproot my world and then just go die on me.
Also, the father didn't choose.
It was chosen for him.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. In situations like that, it's hard. And I know you'll be mad.
The son did go looking for him. He did.
You would be mad, but there's a unsettledness for the child and that parent. So to me, Kevin Morant.
What up, boy?
Hi, nephew.
What up, boy?
It depends on the situation. Let's read some comments on YouTube.
So Artistry says, a lot of times we hide stuff to protect ourselves. Michelle says, my cousin was adopted and she is off the hook because my aunt kept all her kids but her. And she had an amazing life growing up, but the emotional pain is strong. Lori says, my friend told her adopted daughter from the beginning that she had a birthday and a gotcha day, and they celebrate both. Oh, okay. Got you. Her real birthday and the day she adopted her.
Right. That's why Jamaicans have two. The day you're born and the day the paperwork meet at the registry.
Nikki says there is no right or wrong time. It just depends on the individual.
Right.
That's what I was saying. I feel like it matters.
If you
but you never. If that's the case, so you never really know because you never really know. You know what I mean? Because you can feel like your child is well enough to understand the situation, and for all you know, no matter when you tell them, no matter how you tell them, it'll still uproot everything they ever felt.
Right. Nicole says most adopted kids want and need to know as soon as they can understand. So I do believe it. If you guys are enjoying this this topic today, please put a thumbs up on YouTube and like and share on Facebook. This is really interesting. And then to find out that so many movies and books depict exactly what we're talking about, because it's crazy. What if you walked in these people's shoes? Some of the parents that I see you, you're my child. You can't tell me I'm not your mother. And
then on the flip side too, how would you feel as that parent when the child is like, well, you know what? I want to go with my family.
That's the thing.
That would be crazy.
I'm up here saying now I'm going to be hurt because I'm going to lose you. All these years I've had you, and I'm not biologically your mother, but you can't tell me I'm not your mama.
Right.
Because I done raised you. I was there when you threw up on me 20 times that night, and I had to change your diapers.
And it's like, what do you do? Because the child just wants to know now. And I feel like it's hurt. It hurts. It's hurt all around.
So then what about the father that thought that was his child? Then you done paid all this child support. And then all of a sudden I'm going to take Dana up there and check on the stuff. And when you check Dana said, that's not your baby. Ooh.
Shay says, if you love that kid, you want what's best regardless. Nikki says, that's usually the fear of the adopted parent. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no wrong
or right time.
Like, the child isn't wrong for wanting to, and you're not wrong for being hurt. But in that situation, it's just, you got to pray about it and let it be what it is.
Pray about me paying all that child support. What I'm supposed to do?
But wait.
You find out.
Your name on the birth certificate, though. So.
Because you put my name on the birth certificate. Word. But so I never thought to check.
Do you sue the lady?
No, but here's what's happening. Now the child, she getting big. Her body structure ain't nothing like you. And she got a different, something is wrong about the looks, the features.
Mm-hmm.
So you start, but then she looked like the milkman. I'm just giving an example. Just saying. At that point, when you find out that child, do you tell the child? Or you think the child has an inclination that something wrong? I'm the big one and mommy and daddy's skinny. I'm extra weight, and
that's not always the case. So sometimes people overfeed.
But I'm giving an example. I know a situation like that,
where the features started showing a different.
Yeah, parent. But the father still said, "I will always be your father."
Ooh.
But he allowed her to find out who her. What the mama gonna say to me? Oops.
Artistry says, just hold that and tell it to Jesus. Tanya says, yes, it's true. Adopted kids need to know. The emotional impact is not funny. Only a few come out of it unscathed. Scarred.
Scarred.
Yep, that word. Lori says, it's sad, but prevalent this issue is. Beautiful says, also have to think about when this situation occurred. Back in the days, it was unspoken. In today's times, there is not the level of stigma associated with adoption for all sides.
Right. First of all, they used to tell you that the store brought the babies to the house. So
they really was telling y'all it was birds?
Well, my brother said that it was the nurse with the black bag. Because they were told to get out the house. They didn't go to the hospital like that back in the day. And they leave. The nurse come with the black bag, and he said that she bring the babies. when the nurse come, all of a sudden there's a baby there.
I love you to death, but my aunts and uncles didn't like you. Like, they just didn't like you.
It's the truth.
The amount of stuff that you came in a black bag, you adopted, it's Marantz and everybody else.
My brother said that. I won't tell you what my brother when he said he fell off the bed, and then 9 months later I showed up. So they was sleeping. It was a one room. It's a true story. Man. 9 months later I showed up. Things happened. You didn't have much options back in the day. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nikki says this is such an important topic. I have some clients that are adopted and they are struggling with identity.
Wow.
Kev says both parties should be open and honest about everything. Very, very true.
So then let's do a modern day adoption.
Okay.
Okay, we're going into the relationship.
Right, so is it open or closed? Because closed adoptions, you can't look up the parents.
So if it's closed, that means that parent can't come back.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
I ain't telling them that.
Closed adoption, you can't look for the child. The child will not know about it.
Okay, so what if the parent died?
It don't matter. I think closed, it stays like that.
Does anyone know if it's a closed adoption? See, to me that backfires somehow. Somehow because I think that's why they don't even make them touch the child when they have it. Don't get too close. But when they had a baby, now they change their mind. Ooh. Then they start stalking the family later on. That's crazy.
Yeah, closed adoptions, you can't.
AP Edwards and Miss Barbara.
You sign a paper in the beginning which states that you won't come for the child after.
Well, in SVU, Olivia adopted the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother died, but the father was a rapist. And he tried to get custody of the baby. He was a drug lord. But she had to fight. The judge was the one that gave her the baby. Because she said she would be a good mom. Do I tell this child the terrible stuff?
Closed adoption is when the biological parents have no direct contact with the adoptive family and the adopted parents, often know little or nothing about the biological parents.
But suppose the father says he had no idea he had a child.
Yes.
There's so many stipulations and things that can change the outcome. It's hard. That's just what we're saying. It's very hard. It's really hard because in Big Mama or Medea's case, the daughter was raped by a family member, and the grandmama had to raise a baby and didn't want the child to know that's how he became.
Right.
So it's hard. Let's read some comments.
Lori says they passed a law in NY that once you're 18, you can get your original birth certificate. Sassy says they brought you in a grocery bag. Thank you, bag? Question mark.
Sassy.
Artistry says I went through that as a child. My features are totally different from my siblings and my cousins. So my daddy, the milkman, Lord Jesus. See?
I'm sorry. I didn't. It was
no, artistry. That's not your daddy.
It was superficial.
We don't even have a milkman at these times no more. That's not your daddy.
That's probably why they stopped using milkman or the cable man or something.
BU Beautiful says a lot of people raise their grandbabies as their own. The mother would become the sister because they were raised in the same house. Back in the day when teen pregnancy was shameful, etc., they did not want to give up the child, so they kept them in the family back in the day. Shreya says, I think I would take the child once they are an adult. Michelle says, my cousin had a closed adoption, but her adopted mom died when she was 11, and her godmom who raised her told her she was adopted. But they had my aunt's name, and she found her.
Wow.
Nikki says, I wish I could listen longer, but I have some clients to see. Keep exploring. There are folks out there that need this conversation. Love you guys.
Love you too,
Love you too, to the moon and back. Shay says, I think with an ugly backstory like that, it's better for the kid not to know. There's no benefit in knowing your dad is a rapist. Agreed.
That's why they got the show called The Prodigal Son. His father was a murderer, but he's traumatized. It's just.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to know.
It's a lot.
Anything tragic like that. If my family members happen to be serial killers, I'm all right.
What's another Will Smith movie, Hitch? When he thought it was a good... See, that's another thing. Here we go.
Yeah, he thought it was a good idea.
To reveal...
To tell her who her grandfather was?
Yeah, the butcher. What?
But that's because she didn't really express to him that she knew who he was. He thought he was doing her a
that
favor.
was none of your business. You trying to be cute? That ain't cute. I've been trying to.
Yo, that was funny. She said,
what she said.
Ooh, I thought he was doing her a favor.
This is the twist. As a person that you're dating, you find out they're adopted and you want to help.
Nah.
And do you think it's right for you to do that?
You gotta mind your business. I'm sorry. Or
how
at
many
least
people
have
agree to that?
Or have the conversation. Have the conversation. All right. Discuss with the person and see how they feel about it. Don't just go exposing. Man, what if they was hiding and now you done brought the family to the person?
Thank you so much. I have a surprise for you, baby. You done brought the Sopranos in the house. Now all of us, we was Italian and I was trying to be American and start my life over. Now I gotta go cook pasta for these people and they're trying to kill me. Thanks a lot.
Shay said, nope, mind your business. Oh, Sheree says, I didn't find out my mother was a mother and not my sister until my grandmother passed. Wow, okay.
Wait a minute, what?
I didn't find out my mother was a mother and not my sister until my grandmother passed. How you felt about
Medea?
that?
That's the Medea movie.
Wow.
Sheree?
Mom was mama. Not my sister.
Right. So that's what Bow Wow. He thought Bow Wow thought she was his sister, but it was his mama. And I've been hating my sister the whole time. Now how do I feel about my mama?
Think about the baby girl who was born as her mother was a teenager held hostage for years. The man raped the mother and 3 other teens for years. This child will know her dad because of TV. Yep. Nope.
This show done went left, but these are true experiences, and she was 6.
Wow. You probably don't. Well, do you remember how you felt about that? Wow.
First of all, how do you feel now?
Oh, man.
How do you feel now? Like you've grown to an adult now, and you've had sometimes at that point you didn't have a choice to think.
I'm gonna say, all jokes aside, though, I'm a very understanding person. And so if that was a situation I had to be in, I would want to hear out what happened. You know what I mean? Like, what was
you are that kind of person that would be able to accept that.
Yeah, depending on, because the thing is, because you know what we were talking about too. Like the thing is, at the end of the day, who I am now, the person I am now, I shape that person every day. You know what I mean? Obviously, the things I go through, the things that I see, my experiences, you know, shape me. But the choices I make, depending on what I'm going through, shapes who I am. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here, like I joke a lot and all of that, but to sit here and be like, oh, I'm be mad as hell, and it's like, honestly,
you don't know until you're in the situation. You don't know.
It's just like now, it's my choice to either accept what you told me and proceed to go find out about these other people, or just stay right where I'm at and keep moving forward.
If you're just tuning in, we were talking about family and finding about different situations on who you are, where you were born, who you're connected to. What if you didn't know, or the tables were turned and you found out that the family that you grew up with was not really your biological family?
Drugs, sex, money.
Really? Just random outbursts. That's not in our family. Not at all. That's on your other daddy's side. I don't know. I'm sorry. But seriously.
Oh, I've been holding that down the whole show. Oh,
I can't take it.
Oh, I've been holding that one in the whole time.
So the next time you watch one of these movies, put yourself in the situation. How would you? I can't with this.
Pearl, really, I'm sorry. I was holding it. I was trying to hold it down. I'm sorry. What if you found out about the drugs, the sex, the money? Auntie Elaine, wow.
That's what you get all the time. You get it all the time. Every time.
Bishop Pastor Center. I'm so sorry. You came in at a very different time.
Oh Lord. I think Diamond and Pearl should say that at this point in time, we would advise that you get counseling. Right now, Pearl need it. Every time Pearl says something ridiculous, a pastor, reverend, deacon, a councilman come on the show and bust up. But seriously, I think that one thing, I think Kevin said it Kevin Hart said in the movie. He said black people don't go to counseling. We go to the barbershop or the
alcohol
and just talk. But we need to know that it's okay. Therapy is okay. It's good for you. It helps you to deal with certain situations or experiences in your life.
It is, man. It is. Or find somebody, because therapy costs money.
Yeah, but then I find out the person I've been talking to is really my mama.
To go talk to somebody when I could just call up my friend. Okay. Find somebody you trust. Find somebody who could be your Pandora's box. And go ahead and let it out. Or write it down. Write it down.
Write a book. Because it's going to be a book when you find out who really is your mama.
Write it down.
And your daddy.
But most of all, though, to be honest, I would say just make sure you keep yourself in a healthy state of mind. That way, no matter what comes through, you can deal accordingly without hurting yourself or others around you.
Also, don't make that situation change you as the person. Unless it's positive.
Or you're a star player. All right?
You have the control.
Got control of this thing beating right here.
Yeah.
You and God. You and the Lord.
We'll find the Lord.
And he will never leave nor forsake.
Hey, Kate. I'm sorry, I missed you. Anything else? Any comments? Hey, Felicia, welcome.
I just had to send my cousin to the psych ward at the hospital for overdosing last night. Wow. Very sorry to hear that.
Leave.
God bless.
Good God, doggy.
Very sorry to hear that. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, that shut me up. It's good to go to someone who's not personally involved with you and is faith-based, because people who know you personally may turn up negative. That's true. Actually, that is true. Yeah, I don't know. If therapy works for you, it works for you. But just really make sure you are in a good mental space. That way you can decipher and deal with whatever comes your way. All right? We love y'all. This is our time. If you just came in, watch the rebroadcast and stay away from drugs, sex, and money.
That has nothing to do with the title.
Love y'all. And on that note, we out.
Bye, Facebook.
YouTube. I can't click y'all at the same time. So get a button like Facebook so I could just at the same time.
I hope you guys enjoyed this topic today, and please hit that thumbs up. It's 32 watching. It's 18 thumbs up. That's it. Come on, we bring it up. Tell somebody about us. Let them know that Diamond and Pearl is still in effect. They can still subscribe. They can still watch our shows. This is season 3, episode 13.
Yeah.
So we are so grateful. Everybody stay sticky until we meet again in the next video.
Till we meet again. Goodbye.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, lucky. It's 2 clicks. Because, I almost had y'all.
I just remembered. I remember that we're having a planner meetup on February 22nd at the Michaels in Manchester at 4:00. We have 12. I don't know if they're still available, but we just want to confirm with those people. Also, remember, Tuesday nights we have the I Am Enough session. That'll be after 6 tomorrow on YouTube, right here at after 6, Planning with Diamond After Dark. That session has been really good. It's a book, and it makes you think about yourself, and yeah, it's interesting. Don't miss it. Also, we have Planning with Diamond on Thursday nights as well. So we'll be back here Friday at 1 p.m. So thank you guys for your time today. You can click now. See y'all. Stay sticky.
Love y'all like cooked food. Peace.